the mouse has become one of the most profoundly useful genetic model for human disease. Obviously, there are other models as well, but both in terms of efficiency, representation, the ability to manipulate the genome, it is in the sweet spot, at this point. Whereas we used to be the purveyors of breeding units, as they were. We are now actually working with scientists to provide them in an almost just-in-time manner the experiments that they need. Okay, because of the cost issues and what have you, this has become a reality, and so our contribution is really going up the scale of value in terms of providing the services, providing the higher order management of how a mouse experiment should actually be conducted in a rational, humane, and scientific and rigorous manner. Because of that, we've been able to expand at a time when funding for all biological sciences is actually flat, if not contracting. The California campus was structured because we had a distribution problem. Having our animals distributed from the far northeast to the west coast is a logistical problem, and so therefore having a production station in California made total sense. I recall that the California operation was not an academic operation. Okay. Now that was also the first foray into expansion. Prior to that, the expansion was organic and internal. And it was not without its detractors. And the proof that it worked emboldened us to say that we can do it. We have the wherewithal, we have the managerial skills to have a distributed structure and prosper. Now the expansion to Connecticut came out of this thinking that it would be more efficient for us to have that kind of clinical impact in an area where clinical practice is really concentrated. The ideal circumstances came about in Connecticut. And the Connecticut operation has nothing to do with really the mice work that we do. It's all human genetics. So that component is the natural scientific expansion of our current work. We've been very fortunate, and again, I think a lot of it has to do with the quality of science that is being done here, the brand name, and also the quality of management. Because of all three, this kind of perfect storm of goodness, we've been able to, I wouldn't say thrive in this environment, but certainly keep our heads above the water. We're really watching the trends very carefully and adjusting internally to make sure that our growth is sustainable. We're here to stay. We're here to stay. We're not about to, to move. A very important component of this is that the distributed framework of what we have, where we're planting ourselves elsewhere, my belief is like LL Bean. If LL Bean was confined to the Northeast, it's not going to do well. And I think what we're doing is really pulling in resources and actually highlighting the quality of life that we have here, and I think it's only good.